best wishes and congratulatory messages from eminent dignitaries, namely the Honorable Vice President of India, the Home Minister, the Finance Minister, Minister of Power and New and Renewable Energy, Minister of Parliamentary Affairs, Codes and Mines, Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Chief Minister of Karnataka, Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, Chief Minister of Delhi, Chief Minister of Kerala, Chief Minister of Jharkhand, and the Chief Minister of Rajasthan. I would now like to invite President PHDCCI SANJAY to please give the presidential address. Please put your hands together and welcome him.
Good morning. It's my privilege to welcome General PVSM, AVSM, SM, BSM, AVC, Chief of the Army Staff, and also my colleagues, Sri Pradeep Multani, the Senior Vice President of the Chamber, who is Saket Dalmia, Vice President of the Chamber, who is Saurabh Sanyal, the Secretary General of the Chamber, former Presidents, members of the Managing Committee of the PhD Chamber, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends from the media. A very, very good morning to you all. On behalf of the PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry and on my own, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome you all to the 116th annual session of the Progress, Harmony and Development Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We are extremely thankful to all the distinguished guests and members who have been kind enough to spare their valuable time to be here with us today. We are privileged to have General Ji, the Chief of Army Staff, with us today. The Chief of Army Staff, by his presence today, is sending a great message of inspiration and confidence to us and of support to the Chamber by his presence. He has always been famous for his confidence, courage, discipline and strength, and is a role model for the young persons in our country. Sir, the Indian Army has proved its mettle to the world on numerous occasions in the last 74 years. As a nation, we have never cast a covetous eye on the territory of other nations. Unfortunately, two of our neighbors have time and again attacked us covertly and overtly. The Indian Army has always given a befitting reply to such aggressors. Last year's Galman Valley incident, in which the Chinese attackers were repulsed with heavy losses, is an apt illustration of the strength and vigour of the Indian Army. It is extremely important strategically that India minimizes its dependence on foreign sources for its defence needs. As an apex industry chamber, we greatly appreciate the efforts of our government to promote indigenization in the procurement of armed forces. Aimed at modernizing our armed forces and reducing the dependence on external sources for defence procurement, several initiatives have been taken by the government to encourage MSMEs under the Make in India initiative and other policy initiatives. The government has come out with two positive indigenization lists of more than 200 items, which will only be procured from the Indian defence manufacturers. This has opened many opportunities for the Indian defence industry, especially the MSMEs. Our chamber has connected our member organizations through interactive sessions with the procurement heads of the Indian Army, Navy, Air Force, paramilitary forces and DPSUs on their indigenization requirements. We warmly appreciate the efforts of the Indian Army in promoting indigenization and handholding MSMEs under different programs. We are also delighted to share that we have been working at the grassroots level. The PhD Chamber has been termed as a think tank in the press release by the Ministry of Defence for DAP 2020, which we very humbly acknowledge. The government is working towards making India a defence manufacturing hub for the world thereby making the country a net exporter of defense products in the coming years. Current outlook of the Indian economy seems one of the brightest in the world and very resilient in the wake of global economic turmoil caused by COVID-19. The Indian economy has witnessed a V-shaped recovery, which was evident on the halfway stage of 2021, which reflects the resilience and robustness of the country's economic fundamentals. Our theme of this conference is Resilient India, as it is imperative to focus on both the aspects, life and well-being. Recently, our Honorable Prime Minister emphasized on Jaan Bhi Jahan Bhi, life and well-being for India's bright future and prosperous and healthy India. There are inherent trade-offs between the dynamic factors for any country's development and uncertainty posed by the pandemic. Thus, a clear objective in the public policy making is imperative to tackle different phases of the epidemic, support demand, facilitate the economic recovery to pre-pandemic levels and beyond, as also to ensure fiscal sustainability. The government has been undertaking significant reform measures in boosting economic growth and easing financial stress caused due to COVID-19 disasters. The government intended to revive the activity in targeted sectors of the economy with linkages to other sectors, also to provide a boost to exports and regulatory support to improve the flow of credit to specific sectors within the ambit of the norms of credit discipline. Further, deepening of financial inclusion and facilitating the ease of doing business by upgrading payment system services so as to improve customer satisfaction while supporting growth have also been one of the reforms that have been done. The structural reforms announced across various sectors to pave the way for resilient India will not only boost the business environment but also accelerate the foreign direct investment and expand our manufacturing sector to create job opportunities for the youth. The bold economic reforms under Atmanirbhar Bharat have created a base for expanding manufacturing and built a thrust for Industry 4.0 in order to make India a more and more resilient economy. We believe that the recent reforms will not only boost the business sentiments but also go a long way to strengthen India's journey towards $5 trillion by 2026-27 and $10 trillion by FY 31-32. To achieve this target, PHD Chamber has suggested 25 major reforms covering the areas of economy, agriculture, industry, manufacturing and trade, taxation, banking, power, health, education, skill development, law and justice, and policing. The details of this 25 sectoral reforms are available in the yearbook that is being announced today, released very shortly today. And I hope that this will be found to be of use by the economists and by the business persons. The recent breakthrough in reform measures is commendable as the whole nation has contributed in the fight against both the waves of COVID-19 pandemic. The government has come up with holistic response to measures ranging from economic packages to transfer income to the poorer segments, through liquidity enhancement measures for the structural reforms in various sectors, etc. The proactive and combative measures undertaken by the government to curtail the spread of pandemic are highly appreciated. The Atmanirbhar Bharat economic relief package of more than rupees 30 lakh crore is highly supportive of the Indian economy. The economic booster package, which giving equal importance to land, labour, liquidity and laws, MSME, and taking equal care of all strata of the society, is very highly appreciated, helping the need of the hour to uplift the sentiment of our farmers, workers, labourers, industrialists around the world. Going ahead, focus should be put on providing trust to the industry areas and sectors where the economy has competitive advantage. Agriculture, pharmaceuticals, healthcare, automobiles, e-commerce, IT sector, telecom, banking and financial services, and fintech are some of the growth promising areas of the Indian economy. Also, we wish to highlight that India is in a very appropriate position to become a toy manufacturing hub, given the massive market opportunity, favorable demographic factors, and extensive support to the Indian economy. While the government has very well accessed the investors and industry sentiments in the past couple of months, the focus should now be on fueling the growth of one of the key engines of economic growth, which is consumption. Creation of demand should be a priority for the government for revitalizing the growth. The focused approach of the government for developing the manufacturing industry is a major breakthrough to boost economic growth and creation of jobs. Further, since the start of COVID-19 in India in March 20, the government and industry have been working very efficiently in close coordination to achieve a common objective of economic revival and rejuvenation. India's pharmaceutical industry is the world's third largest by volume, 14th largest by value, and accounts for 3.5% of all drugs and medicines exported globally. India is a complete ecosystem for pharmaceutical development and manufacturing, with corporations boasting cutting-edge facilities and highly skilled and technical personnel. The country also features a thriving ecosystem of associated sectors as well as a number of renowned pharmaceutical educational institutions and research facilities. However, the country still relies on import of some of the most basic raw materials, such as bulk drugs used to make finished dosage formulations. Over the years, government has taken several initiatives to give a boost to the healthcare sector, such as 100% FDI under automatic route for the greenfield projects, up to 100% FDI under the government route for brownfield projects, flagship schemes such as Ayushman Bharat and Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Yojana, National Digital Health Mission, National Health Portal of India, setting up of research and development centers among others. In May 21, the government launched services and e-health assistance and teleconsultation, Sehat OPD portal to provide telemedicine services to the armed forces personnel and veterans. I must add that the National Digital Health Mission, which has just very recently been announced by the Prime Minister, is going to be a huge step in improving the national standards of health across our nation, with portability of medical data, something that is not available in many of the advanced economies also, and which will provide a huge amount of, one must say, relief and cost relief also to those who need health services. The overall geopolitical landscape after the pandemic has acted as a catalyst for foreign investors to set up businesses in India, as the case for investment diversification across multiple geographies becomes stronger. India is expediting investment in innovation and research and development to become an indispensable part of the global supply chains. The National Single Window Scheme, the Industrial Park Rating Scheme, Industrial Land Bank, and the Production Link Scheme are enhancing the growth of business and industry and expanding the avenues for foreign investment. The PHD Chamber is confident that the target of $400 billion for merchandise exports for FY 21-22 shall very easily be exceeded, taking advantage of the opportunities created in the post-COVID scenario. The PHD Chamber has identified 75 potential export products and markets, 75 markets, to enhance and increase India's exports to achieve the target of $750 billion of merchandise exports in the next 75 months by 26-27. This report has recently been released by the Chamber, and we will be very happy to circulate it again to those who are interested. The merchandise export are projected to reach USD 1 trillion by 2031, and this is something that we should all be making our serious efforts to ensure. In order to improve the production potential of our champion areas, our future FTAs, the foreign trade agreements, the FTA arrangement methodology rather, should be completely aligned with the domestic market needs. It is critical that we strengthen the safeguard provisions in both the existing and new FTAs under the safeguard clauses should be designed in such a way that they protect domestic businesses. The potential markets to sign FTAs are Canada, Mexico, USA, UAE, UK, and Australia. Further, to contribute to India's trade resilience, a services trade agreement among friendly nations of the Indo-Pacific region is also aimed by way of liberalizing domestic regulations and building capacities in sectors like e-commerce and IT-enabled services. The recent remission of duties and taxes on exported products, not tax scheme, and rebate of state and central taxes and levies, ROSCTCI scheme announced has been very encouraging for the exporters for increasing their exports, thereby providing a push to the country's economic trajectory. Going ahead, the further export potential of the country, deeper facilitation measures should be undertaken, including improved ease of doing business at ground level, boosting domestic capacity building, exploring domestic production possibilities with a level playing field, ensuring easier access to raw materials, increasing availability of credit for long-term loans, making latest and most efficient technology and techniques accessible, among others. At this juncture, it is pleasing to report that the Indian economy has grown exponentially over time, with reform-oriented measures and reforms undertaken, which have created a favorable environment for industries and businesses. Although the procedural requirements have been reduced and communication between the government departments has become more transparent and hassle-free, the cost of doing business, which includes cost of capital, cost of compliances, cost of logistics, cost of land, and availability of land, cost of power, energy, and cost of labor, still need to be further reduced. We appreciate that the government is committed to extend the reach of the mobile network to all over India, especially the remote and rural villages, in order to convert India into a digital economy and knowledge society. For deeper digital penetration in rural India, the government has taken up BharatNet program and mission mode to make each of the 2.5 lakh Gram Panchayats in India through broadband optical fiber network. At global front, rapid changes are evolving due to disruptions caused by the impact of COVID-19. This calls for maneuvering the manufacturing sector to domestic demand, to cater to the domestic demand as well as to exports, with a focus on localization, import substitution, and more indigenous production to create surpluses for exports. At this juncture, sir, with your due permission, I would like to mention that the PHD Chamber of Commerce and Industry has been working for the promotion of Indian industry, trade and entrepreneurship as a catalyst for the past 116 years and is a forward-looking, proactive and dynamic pan-India apex organization. Amid the COVID-19 scenario, PHD Chamber of Commerce and Industry has been standing in complete solidarity with the government and extending full-fledged support to the government and its countrymen in the fight against COVID-19. We must mention that the PHD Chamber of Commerce and Industry has submitted around 300 representations to the Government of India and state governments since the start of COVID-19 pandemic in March 2020. We are pleased to share that our members have generously made a contribution of Rs 528 crores to the PM CARES Fund since April 2020. Apart from distributing lakhs of food packets, sanitizers, masks, and other personal protective equipment to the beneficiaries. The PHD Chamber has donated 12 oxygen plants to hospitals that were needed to fulfill the oxygen demand for crucial and critical patients from the coronavirus pandemic if it happens again in the third wave. The PHD Chamber acknowledged the massive vaccination program of the government. As of 28 September 21, more than 87 crore vaccine doses have been provided to the states on the duties for so far through the central government free of cost and through direct state procurement category. The PHD Chamber also organized the vaccination drive for its employees, members and their families and the employees of the members. The PHD Chamber has fully supported the government's mass vaccination drive. Tika Utsav to defeat the virus. The Chamber organized Tika Utsav at various state chapters of the Chamber, including Punjab, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, JK, and the Northeastern region, to help build confidence among the people to come forward for vaccination. Honorable Sir, we assure you of our full support in contribution to the nation building and making resilient India, and look forward to working with your esteemed self and the various arms of the Government of India in making India ever stronger and ever resilient. With these words, we welcome you all today to today's session and once again look forward to meaningful interaction to support the improvement in the economic and national development. Thank you so much.